guys. You guys waiting.
There he is, Danny Jacobs. I'm going to turn it over. If Keith wants to come up, what can I say? As you heard from Gennady, I mean, both of these guys fought their heart out at such a high level, world-class fight. You know, nothing but respect for what Danny has done inside the ring, outside the ring, the way he conducted himself through the whole promotion and his entire team. So I'll turn it over to his manager, Keith Connolly, and then you can open it up for questions with Bernie for both Danny and Keith.
Thanks, guys, for waiting around. I'm so proud of Danny. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It was a close fight. It was a good fight. I thought he won. I thought he outworked Gennady. I don't know what the punch stats were, but anytime Gennady hit him with a really hard shot, Danny seemed to come back with 2 or 3 of his own. So I couldn't be more proud of him. I pictured a victory coming into tonight, and that feeling of pride I would have had if we had gotten the decision. I'm prouder the way I feel inside right now than the way I thought I would if he had won the fight. So I'm proud of you, and I love you, bro.
You guys want to say? No, talk to the people, Jay, please. Talk to the people.
Well, well, well. My son said to talk to the people, so I shall. We came into this affair with very little chance of winning by your standards, but Team Jacobs knew from the point that we started training camp until we actually entered that ring that we were ready to win. And Danny showed tonight why he is not just an elite middleweight, but a world champion middleweight. Keith just expressed the fact that he was really proud of him, but I don't think there's anybody in here as proud of Danny as I am. We've been on this quest for supremacy since he was 14 years old. And I've watched him grow into a strong, intelligent, charismatic man and a fantastic fighter. They often say that great trainers are only great by the athletes that they work with. Tonight, my son made me great. I love you.
I'm really proud of myself that I went in there and I gave it all that I had, and I showed some moments of true grit. And the fight didn't go in my favor, although I do really felt like I won that fight. I mean, I definitely think it at least could have been a draw, to say the least. But it didn't go my way, and I won't complain. But I'm happy that, like I've said inside the ring, that the fans ultimately were the winners, because that definitely wasn't a dull fight. We traded, we boxed, and we used our skills, and we entertained everyone. So that was our job, and I felt like we did our job 110%. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I know that with the performance that I had now, that it's not over for me, that the future is that much brighter, and we're going to continue to keep pushing. So thank you guys for all the support leading up to the fight, all the media coverage that we've had. You guys keeping this boxing thing alive. It's you guys, and it's your responsibility to make sure that we do it the right way, or that you do it the right way, and I appreciate and applaud you. But boxing is boxing. Anything can happen, and I definitely think I shocked a lot of people tonight, because going in I was definitely the underdog, and I had no chance. So I prove who I am, and I prove what I can do. What all I can do is look forward to the future. So thank you guys very much, and I guess we can start taking some questions, and we're going to do the hand thing.
Danny, to your right, congratulations on a great fight.
Thank you.
I wonder, first of all, if you feel like you come out of this enhanced, even though you lost the fight, that your reputation is higher than it was going in?
I got that Bruce Leroy glove, man. I really feel like, you know, this was a win-win situation for me. Because when you're the underdog, it's like I was, and when you go the distance and you fight back and you hurt the fighter and you show what you have inside of you, you know, this is boxing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's ultimately about making fans and pleasing everyone and showing that you're a crowd-pleasing fighter.
And then the second thing I wanted to ask you is, you see sometimes guys, they won't take fights unless all the terms are in their favor. And you took a fight that necessarily the terms weren't in your favor. And so do you feel like if more guys would do that, that the sport itself would be better and that the boxing would be in a better place than it is currently?
Yeah, absolutely. I think boxing has turned out to be more of a business because it's more lucrative than it's ever been before. So certain popular fighters kind of take advantage of that. But I understand that I was in a position where I had to earn my respect and I had to, go out there and face the best, even if the terms wasn't really in my favor. I'm happy with the negotiations and how things went for me. And like I said, I just go back to the drawing boards and see if we can get the rematch or see if we can move forward. But I definitely think this was a win-win situation for me.
Danny, I'm sure there was a part of you that wondered coming in what Golovkin's power would feel like and how you would react to it. After going through 12 rounds, what did it feel like and how do you feel you reacted to it?
It wasn't what everybody made it out to be. I mean, it definitely wasn't this boogeyman, knockout artist that everyone is saying. And even when I got dropped, they said I got pushed a little bit. I mean, I did get hit, but I would have to go back and see it. But I wanted to go trade with him right there because it really didn't hurt me. I really didn't get hurt like I thought. If he landed one of those shots, it would be over, And I won't say he's the biggest middleweight, but he's a fair-sized middleweight. And I knew going into the fight that I would be the bigger man. And we outlanded him in punches. We threw more punches. We just overall, was successful with the game plan. He was a tough fighter. I knew he was going to come forward, but he showed respect. He didn't come forward disrespectfully like he did every other fighter, the 23 guys that he's knocked out. He showed respect, and my boxing ability demanded that respect, and also my power. So I'm happy, I'm proud. All I can do is not cry over bitter milk. Sour, sorry.
Do you remember the first power shot you took what round it was, like, and how you react to it?
Man, I got hit with an overhand right in the back of my ear, And I don't know if I was down or what it was, but I just said, okay, this is what we're working with. Okay, it's not that bad. We can work. And as you've seen, I've showed times where I wanted to go toe-to-toe. And I was gritting at him, I was, let's go. There's nothing that he did that stopped me from being confident, stopped me from my game plan. If anything, I just switched southpaw, and he's shown vulnerability there as well. I'm happy, I'm really happy with my performance. I want to go back and watch the tape to see, because I'm my biggest critic as well. So I'm really fair with, if I lost, but in my heart, I really felt like I really didn't lose this fight.
Danny, just to follow up on that, did I understand you say that you thought the punches would be harder before you got hit because of everything that had been said?
Yeah, the way you guys make it seem like. So
none of us got
I was just like, man, this guy is really the boogeyman. Did he really knock out guys with one shot? I was like, man. So this is what it's all about? When I got hit, I was like, okay. Even when I got knocked down, it was just like, let's go. I stood toe-to-toe right after I got knocked down.
Is that why your confidence seemed to grow as the fight went on?
Absolutely. When it's the unseen, you don't know. You have to plan. You have to be cautious. You have to do it round by round. That was our plan, was to win each round. But do it cautiously. Not go in there reckless and just because I had knockouts as well, go in there and try to stop a guy. So, it's all good.
And Danny, when you talk about the respect that he had to show you, how much of it had to do with your hand speed, making it tough for him to stay inside where he normally does?
I think it was the hand speed a lot. I'm not sure which one it was the most, the power or the hand speed. But I did land sometimes at will with my jab, and especially when I was southpaw. I mean, at times he really couldn't touch me. But I'm not sure if the judges seen him throwing harder shots or however they were judging it, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with my performance. If we could do it again, I would love to.
Danny, was that the plan for you to go southpaw before, or was something you decided during
Yeah, I mean, if you ever seen him fight a southpaw, he's always showing vulnerability. Kasim Umar, Monroe, this guy named Ivan Gardner, that really showed me some flaws in him. And I was just like, I'm really good at switching southpaw, so, you know, let's go in there and switch it up and confuse him. And that's exactly what I felt like we did.
One thing about that, Danny, with the southpaw stance, while I asked
Hold on, did you think I won, Dan?
I had to fight 115 to 112 for Triple G.
Oh, jeez.
But you fought a hell of a fight.
Guys, hard. I should have asked him. I should have asked somebody else. One of my fears, I probably should have.
I love you anyway.
Thank you, brother.
No, but if it was working so well southpaw, why didn't you stay there? You only did it a couple of times and for kind of short stretches earlier in the fight. Did you think about staying there much longer because you said you saw the flaws?
Yeah, well, you know, the game plan was to not stay southpaw. The game plan was just confusing. And I do southpaw very well. I do it as well as orthodox. So that's why it probably wasn't the best idea to stay southpaw. But, I mean, you see him missing. You see him not really being able to land, especially those hard right hands that he normally does. So, yeah.
One other question then. A lot of the discussion has been about how you took Gennady Golovkin's punching power and it wasn't as much as you thought it might be. My question for you is, do you feel like you landed your best punch on him, and what was your thought and how he reacted to your punching power? Because your power was a little bit downplayed coming in because of the knockout streak that was so much greater than the one you were working on.
I definitely thought I hurt him maybe 2 times in the fight. Not hurt him enough to where he'll go down, but I definitely seen him back up, and when I hit him with a body shot, a hard body shot, I heard him go, ugh. You know, so, I mean, he's a man. And when I was looking at him, the face-off, that's all I seen. I didn't see anything that you guys made him out to be. I seen a man that could be hurt, and that's what the mentality that I had going inside that ring.
Danny, how important was it for you? I know you rehydrated to maybe well above 170. Did that extra weight help you accomplish, take those punches a little bit more effectively?
One wouldn't know. I would have no idea. I just know that I'm a big middleweight. And I know he's not the biggest middleweight, even though he's a big puncher. Really didn't seem to hurt me that much. I don't know if the nutrition played a part, but we lost the weight very well. Chris Algieri helped me out and did a very, very good job of making sure that we weren't drained, like maybe some of the previous fights we had before. And we hydrated properly, make sure we can put our best foot forward.
Danny, what did you weigh when you went in the ring?
Huh?
What did you weigh when you got in the ring?
Probably about 175. Yeah.
You spoke about this fight being your destiny, and at the end of that 11th round, when you were impressive to close it, you kind of pumped your chest. And what did that moment feel like? And as the fight went to the judges, how were you feeling?
I was 100% confident that I was going to get this victory. When I was pumping my chest and I was, like I said, I was grinning at him and, showing that bravado, I was in the zone. And once you're in the zone, it's kind of hard to get you out. Like when Triple G is, get that momentum, it's kind of hard to stop him. So that was just me, showing what I had and letting him know that this ain't going to be, one of those easy go-rounds like you've had in the past.
Danny, congrats on a good fight.
Thank you.
Golovkin said that he thinks you deserve a rematch, but the sentiment was that's not going to be immediate because he's probably going to fight Saunders in June and then maybe Canelo in September. So if you don't get an immediate rematch, who do you go to next?
I mean, that's not up to me. I have no idea who's out there. I have no idea. That's why I have a team to take care of those things. But you know, I'm confident that I can be the best middleweight in the world. I really feel like I got this victory tonight, and most importantly, we gain fans so that we can possibly get a rematch in the future, whether it happens tomorrow or next year. No matter.
And lastly, there was a lot of chatter about the IBF second day weigh-in. Golovkin said that he felt like you weren't respecting the sport, the decision. I just wanted to see what your mindset was.
No, it wasn't really so me being disrespectful. I mean, it's my prerogative to, want to get up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to do a weigh-in and to be restricted to 170 pounds. So it was mainly me just wanting to stay hydrated, not have to focus on the little things, even though I respect this boxing game. I respect all sanctions and their ruling, but for me, I really wanted to focus on this fight, and we had a game plan, and we wanted to make sure, we use our size and we have the best possible nutrition that we can. And waking up early, for me, was just a hard thing to do, not because we were overweight, but I didn't want to have an issue whatsoever.
Keith, Danny, Andrew, we're not have a chance to get out. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
So
is it?
thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations on a great performance.